Hi friends, it's Katie from I Like to Cut and Paste, and I am on here with a blank tag to decorate it for Lori over at Piles of Paragraphs for her Grungy Tag 2026 challenge. That's a hashtag. I'll have that information listed below. So here's my tag, and I have this. It's from a steampunk stamp set from Tim Holtz. So this is pretty cool. It's kind of like a catalog thing. So I thought what I would do is kind of give it a little bit. I would go ahead and stamp it like so. So just to kind of give it like a faint look in the background. And so it's like grungy tag, and the grunge is completely up to you, but I like a good excuse to get grungy. So this is this, and I am going to get a stencil and some texture paste, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this clockwork. This is, you can tell this is one of his originals because he doesn't print stuff up there anymore. But I have this clock, and I've got black texture paste. So I am just going to, let's see, I'll put this sort of like this in the corner. And we're just going to add this on here. It's going to have to dry, so I have to pause you guys again, and I do apologize for that. But I really thought it was important for y'all to see the stamp happen first. You know, sometimes I'm like, how did they get that there? And this is how. And my plan is, once it's dry, is to spray it. But I don't know if I can spray it on camera, because my box is over there, you guys. All right. Yeah, so the prompt is 3 of something. It's weird. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do 3 of. So let's see how this turned out. Oh, it's cool. Especially those Roman numerals, they're cool. So we can kind of fan it out a little bit. And so what I thought we would put there are these guys. So maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. I don't know yet. So, but here's what we got going on right now. And so this will dry, and then I'll come back on before I spray it, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So friends, I have been just talking and I didn't hit play. What a weird thing. I colored my tag. It was like this with some stamping on it. So I added some rusty hinge. I added some oxide spray aged mahogany. So there's mahogany, and there's the rusty hinge, and that's a stain. So this, when it gets wet, I put water on it first, creates those splotches there that are kind of opaque, and that's the oxide happening. The stain lets you see all the way through. Did I put anything else on there? I don't think so. Oh, I did. I tell lies. I put a little scorched timber on there to give a little bit of brown. Usually I do this whole step over there on that side of the room, but I wanted to see if I could do this on camera. So welcome to my experiment. I think that's pretty cool. So my item that's going to be 3 are going to be these guys, and they might go here or they might go here. I'm not really sure. I found some die cut gears I have already. I might build that up there and put them here, and some kind of, I'm sure, clever sentiment. I do think I'm going to emboss these guys. I haven't figured out what yet. Like, I don't know if I'm going to use embossing glaze, like a Tim Holtz embossing glaze. Well, this not the right color. That's chip sapphire, but something like that. Oh, I can't get rid of the glare, y'all. Not like this. Or if I'll use black. I don't know. Black is usually one of my favorite colors. This is from a steampunk stamp set. I think they come from the same. And that was the base. So I'm really digging how this has come out. And then when it dries, what I can do is I can take regular ink and kind of go over those lighter spots. Or I can take the nozzles out. I did bring this fossilized amber to give it a little bit of shine. Let's see. Let's see. It's fun. Let's see. I'll put a little bit of water. Oh yeah, you see it. Woo! Sparkly activated. So we can pick up some of that. Move it around. Yeah, so that's the next step there. Ooh, looks like a gold streak right there up against that paste. That's pretty cool. You can see down here, I think it does like the paste. I think the mica and the stains do too. I remember making a tag and something like cool was happening with this. Let me see. Shine that up a bit. Let's see. Or maybe I leave it. I don't know how it's going to dry. Because I like the black. I mean, you know it's black underneath it. But then if I build it up with gears. Ooh. We'll just see how that goes. Alright, my friends. Alright. And then when I get the next step ready, I'll come back on here. Hey, friends. Okay. So my tag is dry. I love it so much. I'm still like amazed that the aged mahogany turned out so good. And then look at how this is, I'm pretty sure this is the fossilized amber, the spritz, how the mica just grabbed hold of that paste. Like, I think I'll be doing that some more. And I've got different color paste and I got different color spritzes. Like, oh my goodness, so cool. And you can see the stamping behind it, so it's not just plain, right? Okay, so moving on, we have, okay, so this part to me is kind of, I don't know, like it needs something. So I went through my gears. Just like, they're like flowers to me, right? Like some people punch flowers, I punch out gears. I don't know. I'm kidding. Well, a little bit. So I have lots of punched out flowers too. So these are some gears I had. So this one had already gotten inked. And that's what I'm going to do because this silver and this red are so pretty and so shiny. But there's this whole like grunge vibe happening. And this is a grungy tag challenge. So what I did is I've got some paint here. And I've got a paint. Oh. I don't know. It's tough because this is such a small little real estate. I have a fan brush. And I thought, oh, I could fan, but there's not. The way I've got it with this cloth, that this just not going to work. So, I'm going to do this. I like a round brush. And so I'm just, ooh, you know, I am not prepared. Hang on a second. Okay, in case we need to dab this off, which we might. So I don't want the whole thing to be, I guess I just want it not so bright is really, because we need the red so that it pops. But if it's too red, then it looks like it's brand new, and that's just not. Yeah, see, we still get the red, but we get it muted, I think. Yeah, we get it. It's still there. See, it's still there. All right, so that's my first one. This is already black, so that's fine. This one's already, and I couldn't tell you if that's alcohol ink or if it's paint. I think it's alcohol ink, because with the foil you can use the alcohol inks on it. And then this is paper. And I don't know if it's gonna, oh yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know if it's gonna respond the same way as that foil did, but I think so. That's probably better if I just kind of dab it, because then I'm just painting it black, and I'll just get a black one if that's the case, right? Like, what am I doing? I am dry brushing this, so there we go. All right, so then I did plan this out, my friends. I didn't want a bunch of hemming and hawing, so hopefully that brush will be okay. So my next thing is that we're going to put a brad, and I've got this one here. I don't know. I realized I was off. Just a little distressing. It's not completely noticeable, but can't put it on there bright and shiny, because you will notice if it's bright and shiny. See, like this, we couldn't put this on there, just bright and shiny, which is okay for other things. Okay, so we have this nice little, like, I guess it's like a pointy tool. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to line these up. Exaggerate it a little bit here, right? They're going to be like this. And then here's my tag. And I want them to go through about the center, about like this. And watch my hands. And I'm going to pierce it like this. All right. I would probably suggest to have like a mouse pad or something, or like a foam piece, but we did it in the air. And then there's the gears. So I like that too, because it gives it some color down there. Now we needed 3 things this month. So I wanted to show you what vintage photo looked like. All right, which is cool. They totally look cool. They don't look cool for this project, but they do look very cool. I used just a black embossing, and I used a piece. Let me see, where did they go? They were just right here. Oh, I had used black soot to get the embossing to stay. That's what I used instead of Versamark, because that's how. Oh, here they are. I used Versamark for these guys, right? But I wanted to make sure there was black underneath, but that didn't quite happen because the black embossing stuck to the black ink. But you do see it right here. So I think part of the reason is that this is black soot versus Versamark, because you see You can see their hats, right? And the saving grace here is the black ink. But I think that just looks great. Okay. So, but I used this. And so then with the black soot, I had to make like the ghost images, right? I think they turned out good too, because I was cleaning my stamp so I could use the Versamark and not go wash it and all that jazz. Okay, I digress. So here are my guys, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to cut them out. And I've debated, we'll see when I cut them out. I don't know if I'm going to ink around them. It looks like something shooting out of his neck. Thankfully, that's going to go away too. I don't even think we'll notice. No. It just looks like a color striation. Ooh, big words. I kind of think... Yeah. This would have been lower on this paper had I had a little bit better control over these guys. I was just trying to get them to stick, you guys. I've redone how I store my Tim Holtz stamps because they don't stick to the plastic covers they come with. Then I can't get them to stick to the stamps. I'm like, urgh. What am I doing wrong? So I put a little water there, but yeah. You can see here, that's just a stamp. And the black soot, like, Distress, I think I used soot, or not soot, but like the oxide. But yeah, it's not shiny like the rest, but that's okay. Because I kind of thought I might, hey, worst comes worst, I draw his face in with a pen. So I don't think I have to do that. His face is there. All right, we're just kind of coming a little bit closer. So, oh, there they are. Whoa. And then we can kind of put them here. And then I have a saying. I've thought this out. I also have this ribbon that I found. So we will put that in there. Maybe we should do that first. Yeah. And this is a burlap with a, like, the gears are printed on it. So I like that. Oh, I did this wrong. I might not have done it enough. Let's see. Come on. And it's stiff. It's stiff. Which I'm sure you're gathering by the power struggle me and this ribbon are having. And then I have to be careful because I've torn this stuff before. Oh, you know, shucks. I bet that would have been better. Am I doing it, you guys? I don't know. I don't want it to turn. Then why is it always, right? Like, why is something always faced? Okay. That's not quite, it's not quite as dramatic as I wanted it to be. Maybe I'll just get another piece. That was a bit wah-wah. Okay. I'll use that somewhere else. You try not to have waste. That's really what it's about. You try not to have waste, and then you end up wasting more. All right. So just... Hold on a second, you guys. Well, I hope everybody's doing fine. If you are new here, thank you for joining me. There we go. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you guys watching me struggle. Oh, goodness. I found this ribbon. Well, what was I looking for? Something else. Because I was looking for something to go in that clock center. And I have several different bags of where I've organized stuff. So one is actually like stuff that's brown, believe it or not. And this was in there because it's brown. And I've got other stuff like some stickers and some, let's see, which, oh, I should have maybe. Why am I being unsuccessful right now? So I've had this ribbon, you can just imagine, like, forever. I think it came from Hobby Lobby, too. I think Hobby Lobby had, I don't know why I think Hobby Lobby. Like, I don't think I bought it on a little spool. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, so we will cut it here. It's stuck now. What now? And I hope you guys are inspired, probably not by this, but by Lori and even Joey, the card maker. He's fabulous. She's fabulous. They do make some great tags. And what a fun, like, it's once a month. And your grunge level is up to you. Like, she's not. I'm taking it grungy because I like grungy and I like Tim Holtz. And I feel like this is like a wonderful way to still use this stuff. So I want to, I wonder. Oh, I hadn't really thought about that. What I wanted to do was I have these coins and I thought maybe I would use one of them because I hoard, okay? Here's the truth is I've had these for a while. Look, you want to know? I like to play a game called How Old Is It? It is like $10. You know that would be like $17 now. 2012. All right. That's more than 10 years, right? Yeah. 2012. So let's see what it comes with. It comes with this coin charm. You pick out one of these, and then you put a bauble on top of it. I've apparently just used one. So I know it's insane. So let's see. What color do we like? Do we like this one? I kind of like the red. We do. Yeah, let's do red. Let's do $7. All right, so we'll put this little guy together here. Together. We'll put him together. It's a lot together. All right. Lined it up pretty okay. It's a miracle. I bet too you can grunge it up. Let's see. I was really hoping that would go faster, so hold on. Okay. $7. Little dauber. I'm gonna use brown. I'm gonna use frayed burlap. I had the vintage photo, but this is all I can think about for vintage photo right now. And I'm like, that's not quite the color I'm looking for. So, it doesn't need a ton of distressing anyways. I don't know if I actually helped it or not. Oh, you know what? I might not ought to do that. You know why? Oh my goodness. This show you're watching is all about what not to do. We gotta put this on, and I'm betting if there's a ton of ink, it might not stick. So. I wonder if these were clear at one point. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes they age. It depends on the product. I've got some that are yellow because I hadn't used them. Surprise. And then I have some that are clear as day. It's really weird. All right, so I put it on there. Oh, I think you can kind of see. If you had alcohol ink, you could definitely grunge. Oh, a little bit of paint. Maybe. maybe, because are we gonna have it too shiny right here? Oh yeah, I think so. All right, I got a little bit of paint. Got a little bit of paint. I have a paintbrush drawer right next to me. It took me a long time, my friends, to get where the stuff I used was like right here next to me. Now the paints are not, but the brushes, they are. I don't know. I can't explain it. The paint used to be, but it was in like a bottom drawer, but I just didn't get over there. So I had to kind of move it. Because I blocked the floor. That's why. That's why. It's just a mess here. I had to clean up my desk. That's why I haven't been on the YouTube as much, because I had to take a couple of days to reset. Do you reset? Does it take you a couple of days? Okay. I think if I used alcohol ink, it would be better, because alcohol ink is a little bit more transparent. So whereas the black paint covers it, the alcohol ink would kind of tint it. But we're not going to be mad at it. No, I don't think so. We're going to go with it. We're going to put that over here. This is what I did, if you're wondering, off to the side. This is a spray bottle, but I love, that's the size, those are my favorite brushes. Like, I like the size, they're round, I like a round brush. I don't know, I'm not a fancy painter, so, you know, I have all sorts of sizes, but, alright, so this I have a plan. I have some of this kind of stuff, and I think, let's see. I'm trying really hard not to get my fingerprint on there too, in black paint. I don't know if this is gonna fit. No. Alright. That's okay. This is okay. I'm making sure. Okay, let's see. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it here at the charm. Alright, and then kind of just tie it here, I think. Oops, these guys are going to fall off. And why? I don't know. You know, if you're asking why, I just think it's just kind of fun. Like I said, I have them. And I'm really trying to make an effort to use my little things. You know, we don't need a bow. We'll do this. We're just going to wind it. We wound it twice that way. And we'll wind it twice this way. And then we're going to tighten a bow. So while I was looking for stuff, I ran across these eyeballs, and I thought, oh, I could put an eyeball in the middle. I can make it weird. But I decided that I don't want to do that. All right. All right, we'll leave it like that. You know, part of me is like, oh, I should paint the twine black a little bit and distress it. Like, I suppose at some point we just need to stop and just like let this be this. That's pretty cool though, right? Like, that's just cool. All right, so now we know how far that's gonna hang. So these guys can go here, or I put them down here, and I was kind of loving that. So I think I might pop dot them. So, but that, my goodness. I don't know though. Maybe right here, because I have a sentiment that I stamped, and it's from Tim Holtz's Theories. It's here. It's here, I promise. It says, live for the moments you cannot put into words. And I thought if I was clever, I'd have a sentiment about time. But, yeah, I don't know if I do. I'm sure I have something about time. But, you know, like, I would like to finish this tag sometime this month. So, all right. Oopsies. Now I made a bigger mess. All right. Hang on, let me find it. It's so weird because here's the other. I did it. Oh, you know what I stamped it. I stamped it on the overspray of this tag. So why is this so I can't see it? All right. Okay, I found it. And then I went and washed my hands. All right. So this was the overspray from the tag. Like this. And I thought, let's try. The only major problem is that gold is there. So what I was thinking, even though that's brown ink, is that I would do this ooh, sorry. Ooh, that light is bright in my face. Let's make it capital. Live for the moments you cannot put into words. Let's see. I'm thinking so. I am thinking so. So. All right, so where do we put our fellas? Do we put them here? And we put our words down here? Or do we put them here? That one gear's kind of askew. That's okay. So if we put them here, I didn't know this would get so thinky, my friends. Because I could cut this sentiment apart as well. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that. So then where do the words go? Oh, so many decisions. I didn't know there'd be so many decisions. All right, let me, I'm going to put this together and then I will come back. Okay, we're getting there. So I cut this up and I'm going to glue it to the bottom. And you know what I didn't do? Is I got the black soot out and I went around these guys so that they would be like this. I went around like that. Yeah. Just so it wouldn't be so bright. Why are they so bright? Okay. So we go around that, and that is darkened now. And so I want this is the last word. So I'm going to stack them. Oh, we can't see. I'm going to stack them down here. So let's see. We're going to do like this. And I'm using glossy accents because I think glossy is going to help it stick. I say that. We're going to see. It is tough because this is bumpy and these are little, you know, and I don't want glue to seep out, but sometimes always finds a way to seep out. All right, so we'll do like this. Hold it here for a second. I roughly put it on this. So I'm looking through the lens and I'm like, oh, it's so golden and so pretty. So I roughly did this, and I know this is a little too big, it's not perfect, and I think we're just gonna go with what we got. Live for the moments you cannot put into words. All right, and then the guys, we're gonna pop dot, and then we're gonna call this tag finished, friends. Finished. As always, if you need to fast forward, my feelings aren't hurt. So, you know, sometimes I know I can just talk and talk. So if you're like, I want to see how this ends up, go for it. You gotta, you know, there's only so much time. There's so many great creators out there. And I'm always inspired. You know, there's just so many great people. It's nice to see what other people create, especially when you have the same stuff, you know. That's so fun. All right, so this is just some, I call it pop dots because one day they used to call them pop dots, but it's dimensional tape. And this roll was a lot bigger, and I got it from Amazon. And I have another roll. And yeah. And I guess because I don't use it enough. Like, why do I have all this dimensional stuff? But if you don't have dimensional, you can always layer paper. You can layer craft foam. You don't have to have the tape. You can just use glue. All right, here we go, friends. Which sometimes this might not even stick there, so I might reinforce it with the glossy accents. You know what I mean. So my watch goes out. Then I don't know what time it is. I've had it for many years. So like, I charge it every night. And then sometimes it goes out around 5, and sometimes they'll make it's like 8 or 9. It just depends. I guess it depends how busy a day I had. So I just realized, like, I'm like, I don't know what time it is. That's the best way to be, right? I'm just floating through life. I don't know. I'm like, now I need to know what time it is. Well, you know what time it is? It's time to finish this tag. All right, so these lovely fellows are going to go here. And that's it. Live for the moments you cannot put into words. And let me do like this. And there we go. That was super fun. These fellas here. I might put something there, but I think we're just going to call it finished. Yeah, look how that paint like distressed it, but still have a little bit of color there. And then we take this color from up here. Yeah. Yep. That's cool. And it's shiny. I like it when stuff is shiny. All right, my friends, thank you so much for, if you made it to the end, woohoo, you're awesome. Thank you. If you fast forwarded to the end, you're awesome too. Thanks for staying. Thanks for watching. And my friends, I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.